Week 2, we are still on Module 1, Strategic Marketing and its Environment. This week, we will cover another 2 chapters, Chapter 3 and Chapter 5. Chapter 3 examines competitive, economic, political, legal and regulatory, technological, and social-cultural forces in the marketing environment. Chapter 3 also talks about social responsibility and ethics in marketing, and the various dimensions pertaining to it. The last part of Chapter 3 discusses consumerism. The marketing environment consists of external forces that directly or indirectly influence an organization's acquisition of inputs and creation of outputs. These 6 forces make the marketing environment changing and challenged. To monitor changes in marketing environment effectively, marketers engage in environmental scanning and analysis. Environmental scanning is the process of collecting information about the forces in the marketing environment. Environmental analysis is the process of assessing and interpreting the information gathered through environmental scanning. This information helps marketing managers to minimize uncertainty and threats and capitalize on opportunities presented by environmental factors. Marketers need to monitor the actions of competitors to determine what strategies competitors are using and how those strategies affect their own. Economic conditions influence consumers' buying power and willingness to spend. Legislation is enacted, legal decisions are interpreted by courts, and regulatory agents are created and operated by elected or appointed officials. Marketers also can choose to regulate themselves. Technology determines how members of society satisfy needs and wants and helps improve the quality of life. Technology do change consumers' behavior. Social cultural forces are the influences in a society that bring about changes in attitudes, beliefs, norms, customs, and lifestyles. Changing any of these forces can create opportunities and threats for marketers. Social responsibility refers to an organization's obligation to maximize its positive impact and minimize its negative impact on society. At the most basic level, companies have an economic responsibility to be profitable so that they can provide a return on investment to their stockholders, create jobs for community, and contribute goods and services to the economy. Marketers are also expected to obey laws and regulations. So this is the second level of social responsibility. We call that legal responsibility. The third level is ethical responsibility. Marketing ethics refer to principles and standards that define acceptable conduct in marketing as determined by various stakeholders. Philanthropic responsibilities go beyond marketing ethics. They are not required of a company, but promote human welfare and goodwill. Chapter 5 covers the definition of market, how organizations identify target markets, and how to estimate market potential and forecast sales. A market is a group of people who, as individuals or as organizations, who have needs for products in a product class and have the ability, willingness, and authority to purchase such products. Markets can be categorized as consumer markets or business markets based on the characteristics of the individuals and groups that make up a specific market and the purposes for which they buy the products. A consumer market, also known as business-to-customer market, consists of purchasers and household members who intend to consume or benefit from the purchased products, and they do not buy products for the main purpose of making a profit. A business market, also known as business-to-business market, consists of individuals or groups that purchase a specific kind of product for resale, for direct use in producing other products, or use in general daily operations. In general, Marketers employ a 5-step process when selecting a market. It is very important to select a target market for your product. Not all marketers will follow all of these 5 steps in this order, but this process provides a good general guide. Step 1 of the target market selection process is to identify the appropriate targeting strategy. When a company designs a single marketing mix and directs it at the entire market for a particular product, it is using an undifferentiated targeting strategy. The undifferentiated strategy is effective in homogeneous market, where large proportion of consumers share similar needs for product or service. In this chart, the target market is A, so the entire market is an A, and the company is using one marketing mix strategy for the whole market. A heterogeneous market is a type of market where consumers have diverse needs for products in a specific product class. A heterogeneous market needs to be segmented through a concentrated targeting strategy or a differentiated targeting strategy. Both of these targeting strategies divide market into segments consisting of individuals, groups, or organizations that have one or more similar characteristics and thus can be linked to similar product needs. When using a concentrated targeting strategy, an organization directs marketing efforts toward a single market segment through one marketing mix. In this chart, single market segment is B market, and the company is using only one single marketing mix for B market. With a differentiated targeting strategy, an organization directs customized marketing efforts at 2 or more segments by using different marketing mix. So in this chart, marketing mix 1 strategy is used for target market A. Marketing mix strategy 2 is used for target market C. The second step is to determine which segmentation variables to use. Segmentation variables are characteristics of individuals, groups, or organizations used to divide a total market into segments. The segmentation variables should relate to customers' needs for the product, use of product, or behavior toward the product. Segmentation variables for consumer markets can be grouped into 4 categories: demographic, geographic, psychological variables, and behavioristic variables. The examples for demographic variables are age, gender, income, races, family life cycle. Examples for geographic variables are population, market density, or even climate can be used as a geographic variables to divide your markets into small segments. Psychological variables are consumers' motives or consumers' lifestyles. Behavioristic variables are value usage, end use, expected benefits, or brand loyalty, or price sensitivity. Step 3 in the target market selection process is to develop market segment profiles. Such profiles describe the similarities among potential customers within a segment and explain the differences among people and organizations in different market segments. They are used to assess the degree to which the firm's products can match potential customers' product needs. Segments, which may seem attractive at first, may be shown to be quite the opposite after a market segment profile is completed. Step 4 is evaluating relevant market segments. Marketers analyze several important factors, such as sales estimates, competition, and estimated cost associated with each segment. The final step involves the actual selection of specific target markets. In this step, the company considers whether customers' needs differ enough to warrant segmentation and which segments to target. If customers' needs are heterogeneous, the decision of which segment to target must be made, or whether to enter the market at all. Considerations such as the firm's available resources, managerial skills, employees' expertise, facilities, the firm's overall objectives, possible legal problems, conflicts with interest groups, and technological advancements must be considered when deciding which segments to target. We are done with target market selection process. Next, we are going to discuss sales forecast for your market. A sales forecast is the amount of a product that company actually expects to sell during a specific period at a specified level of marketing activities. To forecast sales, marketers can choose from a number of methods. There are 5 categories of forecasting techniques: executive judgments, surveys, time series analysis, regression analysis, and market test. Executive judgment is based on the intuition of one or more executives. Surveys include customer forecasting survey, sales force forecasting survey, and expert forecasting. Time series analysis uses the firm's historical data to discover patterns in the firm's sales over time and employs 4 major types of analysis: trend analysis, cycle analysis, seasonal analysis, and random factor analysis. With regression analysis, forecasters attempt to find relationship between past sales and one or more independent variables. Market testing involves making a product available to buyers in one or more test areas and measuring purchases and consumer responses to distribution, promotion, and price. Many companies employ multiple forecasting methods to forecast their sales for a particular market.